But first we say happy Friday. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Jared Eggleston.
23 of the 63 buses on this lot that you see behind me were vandalized overnight. Doctors here at Augusta University are providing a treatment for depression that is unlike any other trip to the doctor. The wind, really the big story right now, as you take a look behind me. Officials allege the data in this new Johns Hopkins study is incorrect.
We found through an open records request several city leaders not only had access to, but were sending emails from city-issued accounts well after they left office.
Good evening, that's right. It is Garnett's first interview since being elected mayor. Talk about what you're feeling right now.
And we are keeping you ahead of breaking news this morning. A suspect is now in custody after a high-speed chase across multiple counties.
Even as I was out here this morning, I could see the police had blocked off every road around here while they searched for that other suspect. Chief Kitchens does tell me that there's no real threat to the public, no indication of that at this time. 3 local kids got the opportunity of a lifetime to play a round of golf right here in their backyard at Augusta National Golf Club. From EMS issues and trash contracts to emails with senator aides, we found outgoing city leaders not only had access to, but used city emails after they left office.
It's very concerning, actually.
Mayor Pro Tem Brandon Garrett says his understanding of city protocol was simple.
It was always just an understanding that once you leave office that your government emails, your government phones, and everything else that you've had access to is turned off.
But we found that didn't happen. On January 18th, Commissioner Ben Hassan forwarded an email from his city account about open records requests for EMS complaints to what seems to be a personal email. That email contained information the city felt needed to be redacted from the public. The emails didn't stop there. On February 1st, the former commissioner forwarded an email chain to current commissioners Bobby Williams and Francine Scott. Subject line, advanced first renewal.
A lot of concern. That's one of the issues that we've been kind of trying to bring up in regards to some of the outside influence around, especially this contentious item around EMS. And then when you're also, I guess you just brought up something with trash too. Yeah, that one's concerning as well. That's the first time I've heard about that. Commissioner Dennis Williams was emailing in late January for events like a Super Bowl RSVP, and even responding to an email from Senator Ossoff's office about asking for current commissioners' personal cell phone numbers for outreach. I pressed the city on just how this happened, and interim city administrator Takia Dowse initially cited a policy for employees before telling me that the process differed for elected officials. Public Information Officer Danielle Harris days later sent me a policy enacted on February 15th of this year saying that network access and email should be turned off on the elected official's last day in office, a policy Mayor Pro Tem Brandon Garrett tells me he was unaware of. We haven't seen that policy or any of the updates that have been recommended by HR in regards to this issue.
So let's get here early and enjoy as much as we can.
Patrons arriving at Augusta National Golf Club on Friday came ready for rain or shine.
Come prepared with this rain jacket because I know it's probably going to happen.
While Lauren Smalls is a first-time patron, many returning patrons have a weather story of their own.
It was kind of crazy.
Sandy Bonsall has been coming to the tournament for years and recalls a time when she and others had to take shelter.
A lot of ladies were in the ladies' room under a roof.
In Masters history, 47 of the 86 tournaments have seen rain. 8 days have been postponed due to the weather, and 4 times they've had to make up days by scheduling golfers for 36 holes in just one day. Margaret Parrish is from Augusta and has been coming to the tournament since she was 8.
I've seen many people slide down the hill at number 6 in white pants. Not a pretty look.
While Margaret is not necessarily looking forward to the rain, her daughter Ava has a sunny outlook on it, saying she's actually excited.
Because it will cool me down.
So it was definitely very dark.
Dark and gloomy. That is how Julie Claiborne describes her years-long battle with depression.
I basically didn't leave my house. And I definitely didn't leave, if I left, I didn't leave alone.
Julie suffers from what health experts call treatment-resistant depression. That is when a patient doesn't respond to typical basic treatments like antidepressants. According to the National Institutes of Health, between 29 and 46% of patients diagnosed with depression are just like Julie.
After going through 6 or 7 different meds, they decided that something else was different, that something else was needed.
Doctors at Augusta University's Behavioral Health and Psychiatry Clinic have Julie on a different kind of treatment in hopes of turning her life around.
Spravato, or S-ketamine, is a cousin of the anesthetic drug ketamine, and since 2019 it's been approved for treatment-resistant depression as an inhaled medicine.
Dr. David Williams is one of the doctors inside the clinic that administers Spravato, a derivative of the anesthetic and common party drug ketamine. Experts say ketamine typically causes hallucinogenic effects and oftentimes makes users feel out of control. But Dr. Williams says this derivative is different.
S-ketamine is sort of a cousin. It's a form of ketamine that it's used in very low doses. In the studies, we haven't seen any abuse potential or dependence.
So how does it work?
But we don't know exactly how it works. We know some of the building blocks of what chemicals it's working.
Dr. Williams says the time a patient stays on the medication varies based on response. For Julie, this has been a life-changing experience.
It basically saved my life. It really did.
Seeing life through a different lens.
It makes the world a little brighter. It makes me want to go out, and enjoy life.